Here it is. Love to see it. Pistol round underway, and MIBR starting off over on the CT side. They picked it. They love it. And now they've got to try wear it here in the pistol round. Over towards the tunnels, Taco and K&G. Creep and crawl. They look for the opener, and the flash is good. Ooh. The trades go left and right, and with Tarek doubling down in response, that fast rotation from Fallen retakes the advantage and throws this round into a bit of chaos. Stanislaw trying to come up through long. Well,
that didn't seem fair.
Yeah, no, try is the key word in that statement.
Yeah. Ethan, now all alone. And they're kind of hunting for him. They knew he was up in the tunnels. Nice little spiral there as he gets up onto the catwalk. Make sure that no one was flanking long. What he's got to worry about is Car. MIBR delivering 2 in the pistol. I think that's a good sign here for MIBR. I've really enjoyed watching the gradual kind of, what feels like, you know, because obviously, right, like these guys have been practicing a lot anyway, but it feels like we're finally starting to see, you know, MIBR and the rest of the gang slotting together very, very well here for the MIBR side. I've actually been enjoying watching that young man quite a lot. And I'm kind of excited to see where the heights for this MIBR project lie. You know, I'm hoping that they're going to be on an upward trajectory. Right now, that's kind of all it is. We don't really have the evidence to suggest it. But it would be nice to see.
Yeah, I feel like losing that game versus Furia is going to put a bit of fire in MIBR, right? You know, being dethroned as the best team in Brazil to some sense. Not wanting that to be their history. Not wanting any of that. And Fur doesn't want any of this. He's going to push top mid and get in the face of Stan. These pistols are getting made quick work of, with the exception of Mayan going down on long at the start of the round. Tarek's getting grenaded, and they are just pushing and prodding in the face of these Ts. It's only an anti-eco, though. We made quick work of it, 2-0 before the buy comes in.
Yeah, they do a really good job of keeping EG from getting that M4 that was dropped by MIBR in there. In the beginning of the round, now this is a cool stat, I like this. Dust2 is the 6th most played map of all time. 8,270 times. Most played map is Mirage at 15,795 times. Now, I'm going to assume that those are in the confines of, say, all Pro League seasons, maybe? Even then, that seems like a stretch.
I feel like that's HLTV
all
matches, right? I'm guessing as,
on that
as well as you are.
I think it would make some sense as well, right? That Dust2 doesn't come incredibly high up that list because it was taken out of rotation for a good while.
That's a good point. Mirage. Actually, is Mirage, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Mirage is the only map that has never left the rotation.
So I've been given the word that that stat line by itself is for all official matches ever played.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not just here at the Pro League.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mirage is the only map that hasn't been taken out and like completely revamped, right? Because we've had, you know, Overpass was added in late, Cash is in and out, Dust is in and out, Train, Nuke, same situation.
But that's because there's nothing wrong with Mirage. It's aesthetically pleasing. Everybody loves the map. Everybody loves the map.
Yeah, love may be the wrong word. Everybody as well may also be a questionable one. But right now, the question marks are in the hands of MIBR, who are pushing and prodding on the CT side. Oh dear, Fallen, that's fast. Catches Breezy, who gets out through the long position. Evil Genius is bouncing and bailing out of middle. To the catwalk they go. Flashing for first. Cirque is ready for it. Not going to get blinded by that. The flash was not deep enough in any regard, and they can set up towards the mid to B. Fallen can't stop him. KNG has to do it alone. Peeks in late. Good bit of damage, but damage is not what they're looking for. It's kills. They will elude MIBR in this round. Save call being made.
Yeah, so EG immediately putting their first on the board with this B play. If you're able to hold on to these weapons, you still feel the buy into the next round. So it's pretty important that MIBR managed to do this. That was almost a collateral there for Fallen. Oh, that's a kill to give up, though. And now the long flank open. Fallen, his lifeline might be cut short as he's trying to duck underneath the player down in mid. Ethan doesn't know, but Fallen, this is a horrible spot to be in. And Ethan, very quick on the flick. EG, they deal with both players that were looking to try and save. And now it's likely just a partial buy for MIBR in this round.
I mean, you could always even justify the force, right? Two players with very low cash, and then one with enough to buy an AWP. I mean, that looks pretty, doesn't it? AWP with pistols, but Yeah, they're opting against it. They'd rather everyone be able to buy in the same vein, and that makes sense. So saving it for a rainy day. Smoke in mid allows a cross. Denies the info on how many players are in towards that B site. Flash up on Cat for Fallen, the only bit of utility left. Got to time it to perfection, though.
KNG tries to get it going there with the Deagle. It's just Cirque Show, certainly at this point. They do not continue to give him kills on Catwalk. Breeze has found his way all the way up long. MIBR just caught out in the open. Troops in the open. And they're going to get mowed down from a Krieg.
Not even a fair fight, really.
It's really not.
Even if they had weapons, you know. Doesn't feel it. But Taco, he wants a gun, and the only way to get that is to die and wait for the follow-up round to come through. The money's now there for MIBR. Fallen slightly lacking. Of course, he was on 1,600 and bought a flashbang anyway. But he can drop over a gun and take a glass AWP. One of the two that MIBR filled in round number 5.
Yep. Let's see where they take him. Let's see where they put him. Now, in last round, Cirque found his way up Catwalk, and, well, of course, there was a bit of aggression that you wouldn't see in rifle rounds from MIBR, but you don't want to let him get on that rhythm where he can just run around and do whatever he wants. Nice little boost there from MIBR. A lot of people struggle with that for some reason.
The fast Cat allows for mid information with an Xbox smoke down, Fallen compete to top, and not be up for the chopping block to the lower players like Tarek, sitting idly by with Ethan. Smoke fades though, and Fallen got to be careful. He's going to continue to fight though. This is dangerous. And Ethan is ready for that kill. Fur spots one. Oh, he doesn't know about the second, but Tarek hears the footsteps. Running back is Fur. Tarek going to try and capitalize, and he's found the timing so well here. They're not ready for it. The spray, the transfer, not good with a Galil, and Fur is going to be able to at least trade that frag, picking up an AWP. But a man down are MIBR in this spot, and that split is coming up Catwalk late. Breezy needs to wait for his team to be in position to trade this kill, but instead he's going to jiggle and force a shot. That means Fur is in an awkward spot, and the Cat play coming in as well. No one's watching for it. No one's even considering the flank, and Ethan doubles up, leaving Taco alone on B.
Just Taco. Not to be confused with Taco or anything there in between, Harry.
I mean, I would say... wait, how would I say it? Taco. Yeah, I say taco.
Taco.
Wait, Hannah, who says it which way?
Americans say taco.
Okay. Now it's all coming together. Yeah, no, Taco's able to get away with the M4 in this one. He holds on to that, but it's really not much to write home about. I don't know, MIBR already showing us a few worrying signs, it feel like. You know, I kind of hope coming into this we wouldn't see EG get off to a banging start, and that's kind of where we find ourselves now. I was worried, you know, with MIBR kind of really getting dictated to by Liquid on this map. Obviously, in that matchup there, I did just put it down to Liquid being, at least at that point in time, we thought kind of unparalleled in this group. But as we've seen, they are mortal. And MIBR, are they going to have what it takes to get this one done in 2? Or will we be heading to Inferno, the third and final map in this series? Zerk holding the mid-cross, but they do manage to get by thanks to that smoke. Still 2 players over here towards B. EG setting up for the pretty standard default, splitting between Long and Catwalk. Breezy's rewarded with 1 kill, and he's just going to get drip-fed more and more. And yeah, he'll take that all day long. 3 1v1s? Sure.
How about a couple more? Ethan might get gifted some kills in the upper tunnels. He needs to move, and they peek him together. Nice jump across with Petit Crosshair in the air. Taco is going to put Tarek in the ground, but it's still not going to be enough for a round as EG have got the bomb on the A site. 2 players in middle to cut things off. I like this setup, actually. Circle's watching lower, and as a result, mid-doors, and Breezy has T-spawn. That means there's no way the Taco can cross towards the A site. Breezy will make that so with the 4th round for EG on this T side. Money once again built up now for MIBR. The double AWP again can come through, but it will be glass unless Taco drops one over. So he will. Actually, no, rather he didn't. So not sure where the AWP came from.
So now you've lied.
Yeah, I thought he actually had it in his hands, but that's because someone bought it to throw it over, and Taco picked it up in the catch, I guess. But instead, Fur drops one. We have KNG on glass.
Spamming away there towards the long doors. Tarek's going to be the first one out. And what is an extensive use of utility to get themselves out there. Another smoke by EG. They've given themselves sort of a cover. They can put an Opper and Pit here, and they will. It's going to be Cirque. Now the rest of the team can sort of back off or wait some sort of reactionary play out here.
Oh, Fallen. Oh, doesn't need to do anything. KNG gets a kill from mid instead and backs off towards B. Double setup here for MIBR, but it's not going to be needed. They might have to play retake in this round. Crazy, setting up a cat molly. That's crazy.
Let's follow this. Let's follow this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fallen's
then.
Trapped. Luckily, no one there to capitalize, but that's a sick Molotov.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the molly in the site is missed, although now it spreads. Mayern's forced into the open. An unfortunate Molotov spread sees Tarek get the opener and a re-molly in to force Fallen out of position once again. It was Cirque to throw it this time around. I love that. They're holding back the short retake with this long Molotov. That is a very cool idea. But they still sit a man down. Ideas are just that. They have to show some action in this server. Ethan not able. Oh, it's a collateral.
double.
It's even worse. He got stuck on Goose, and now Cirque has to try and fly the nest solo. They get into the bomb site. Very little time left, and Fallen is holding down the angle. The double AWPs come in, and those two names that we talked about heading into this game immediately step up. KNG with 2, Fallen with 3, and that's what we're going to need to see if MIBR want to get this one over the line.
Yeah, it's not like MIBR got a lot of rounds on CT Vertigo, only getting 5 alongside EG, but you know what they did do was show the potential of this double AWP setup. It felt like almost every round they won on CT side was based on the double AWPs doing the heavy lifting. So once again, KNG and Fallen saved the day. Ethan getting stuck on the corner there is so unfortunate. If he gets back into the angle, they're both safe from that AWP, and they likely win the round. But Fallen lines up a collateral, and Cirque looks for his revenge on the B site. It will be denied, a missed shot, but Ethan leaks out off the back of it. Are they ready for a close man? Taco spraying, and Ethan's got him in the face. No idea how those shots missed for Taco, and as the B site often is, crumbling in the first 10 seconds of the round, MIBR, if they don't get a kill, it's going to be a save.
They're going to have to wait some utility out before they even consider getting close to the problem here.
Oh my.
Just Molotov after Molotov after Molotov for the side of Evil Geniuses. Saw it last round on Catwalk. We're seeing it again right here.
That's another molly on Breezy, but he's so far away coming in on this late lurk, expecting someone in tunnels. MIBR flash through the smoke. They go into the site. They're committed here. They've got to get the kills, as the bomb will blow them up if not. Cirque's found Mayern, and with that kill first, just looking to get exits. He will get gifted someone. Ethan comes out as well. Nice shots from Fur, but again, meaningless kills as EG picking the 5th round. Fallen, one more to fight. It is Cirque running away. Oh dear. Getting lower, and Cirque blows up with a bomb anyway, so it's not a worry. But 5 rounds for EG, and I say the kills are meaningless. I guess they're not. EG lose everyone. That can have complications moving forward, but MIBR need to win rounds for the economy to come back to haunt EG.
Very, very true. Rush, do you think that you could fly the trajectory of that Molotov from long onto Cat?
I mean, I can. Yeah, I'll follow this one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty
Let's see if they throw it again.
Oh man, I bet they will. By the looks of it, right, the idea they have behind that is to try and allow you to hold down this short position and deny rotations by holding onto these Molotovs, and it just leaves you out of the firing zone if you get into this A site. To do that, you've got to get past these 2 players at long, and EG have been able to put those numbers up on the board. Now, they can hold on to these mollies for a little bit. You know, short is such a common point of rotation for CTs, especially the B-bomb site players. And so having that Molotov one that you don't have to be inside of the site to throw means that if you're an AWPer like Cirque trying to play pit, you've got that extra bit of utility that you can still help your teammates inside of the site. But MIBR, this might just be a save. I'm bigging this up like there's still a chance. And they are now with that kill from Fur into a 3-on-3. Now maybe we see this retake happen.
Yeah, Fur takes a big old goosh there. He has no head armor. Fallen the only one with a kit. Now he's going to show up on the site. He's on the scene of the crime, right off a catwalk next to Fur. Taco trying to find his way in as well with AWP, but it's Cirque that actually makes something happen with it. And that's going to be a save, this op from Fallen, or at least he thinks so. That got real weird. No one can see anything. Of course, another round here for the Evil Geniuses.
Fallen jumps right into Stan's crosshair. Fallen just sat on catwalk, he would have been fine because Stan couldn't see him. The Krieg scope blocking his view as he stares towards the doors. But yeah, I mean, just thrown right into his crosshair. Doesn't get much easier than that. Nice round from EG again on the T side, really just putting together quite the streak. Eco from MIBR with a scout and fur and pistols on the rest. EG's chance to get 7 with minimal casualties. Mid push, ooh, not spotted. Nice play from KNG, but Tarek is watching for it.
Oh, good deke from Maya, but not able to follow up. I tell you, is Fallen.
Yeah, it was Fallen. Imagine that.
Yeah, actually gets them both. Tarek deals with Taco, trying to flank through the tunnels, but uh-oh, that's the bomb dropped by KNG. That's a disaster. There's still plenty of time, but Fur, if he deals with this kill, he doesn't.
My.
He gets Breezy down so low. It falls now to KNG to try and deal with this, but he has got his hands on the AWP. However, this whole map is a mystery to him right now. He knows that Breezy was in mid, and he deals with him. Tarek now alone. The last thing that KNG knew was that he was in the upper tunnel, so he's very, very paranoid about this top flank coming in from behind. He might have just caught the timing here, moving into suicide, goes around past Tarek.
Oh, he's out.
Tarek grabs the bomb, and that's all he needs. KNG's going to spot that the bomb has been kind of like he double took it. What?
Yeah.
Hang on, it's gone.
He actually hears Tarek running there because he just ran around the corner. So there is the info. I was going to say he could have considered he went T-spawn to B, but no, he knows. And an open plant for Tarek should be his death, but KNG doesn't peek until after the bomb is down. He still hits a shot though, and the eco round goes away of MIBR. That was supposed to be a 7th round for EG, and it was a scout and pistols with a bit of armor, but KNG still pulls up the win. And look who gets all 5 kills, KNG and Fallen. Again, it's this double AWP duo that is making this happen for MIBR.
Yeah, and even though in this round it was the Deagle there for Fallen that
Yeah.
he found success with. So either way, they are rocking it with the hand cannon. This shot right here, right? He even takes damage right there, flicks down and hits Breeze.
And no head armor, you know, aim punch, still not a problem. Well, MIBR, that is, you know, a sigh of relief that round. Really pads their bank accounts out as they have a double AWP in this one again. First taking it off of spawn. Tarek taking his spawn out long. Fallen. Oh no, he doesn't realize. They're in the smoke. They're trading places. He's shooting his teammates, but he does get away with a kill. His teammate's stuck behind the blue boxes. Fallen needs to call in for support, but they don't realize. They don't check. And Mayan gets away with one. Bomb dropped. Trade is in. This is messy. This is pandemonia as Breezy will try and open up further onto the A site. It's denied by Fur's AWP. Cirque, the 1-on-3.
Oh, but that's one hell of a flick onto Fur. Now the bomb retrieved. Smoke down at the cross, but Cirque is not interested. Gonna back away in through T-spawn. Just misses the timing there to spot Taco, and this is gonna be awkward. They're still gearing up for the A play. Cirque getting out so fast. Taco is not ready for it. He thinks, ha ha ha, I have him locked in at long. They can't possibly go around me. But Cirque gone around him now, in towards the B bomb site. And the penny might just drop a little too late here for MIBR. Molotov gonna get hurt over towards B, and now they know. Taco having to rotate round. Cirque gets the bomb down and now has that to work with.
Molotov and 4 flashes between the 2 remaining MIBR players. Cirque crosses back over. A shot does come through. None of it is landing. Taco through the tunnels, KNG and CT spawn. Now the scaling project begins. Taco's gonna get pushed by Cirque. There you have it. Krieg on top. It's a 5 HP for Cirque though. Oh, what a legend. KNG comes out with his deagle and puts it into the round. Gets a defuse, puts MIBR just 1 round within shot there of Evil Geniuses 5-6.
Yeah, more KNG clutches, you know, coming in clutch into this game and just making it happen for MIBR. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, Trace.
Just thinking about proof, just thinking about the pudding. Don't understand that saying though, but that's completely fine. Just know here, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have your pudding.
That is the age-old saying, Trace. EG using their first US Air Force tactical timeout here. trying to put a stop to this MIBR resurgence. We already saw back on Vertigo that a small pool of rounds was enough for MIBR to get that one over the line. And heading into this round, when your money is just kind of all over the place, it's a pretty important one for EG. You know, MIBR, there's a world in which they slingshot themselves up this scoreboard and into the lead on the back of money alone. And Cirque now with this scout looking down mid. Oh, he's going to get given a duel. And they both tag each other. KNG does not want to risk giving that AWP away.
So the scout did more damage to KNG than the AWP did to Cirque. The weirdest timeline.
It's going to get hot. He's got to move out of mid, but he does get away safely to CT. Can always regain that position after the molly fades. Mine can get flashed in by Fallen on this fight. He might just peek off in contact. There it is. Good flash and kill. Doubles it. Trade is in for Tarek, but that is significant damage done by MIBR. Taking out one of the key hitters that is Cirque. With the fast flicks, the faster fingers, Fallen looks to get in their face. Found us out, M4 at his feet, but doesn't want to swap out to a gun with low ammo, so he's just going to commit to this weapon. Fades, Tarek goes, and Fallen looks for more, but Ethan's just jiggling and making it hard to hit. Breezy misses his shot, but he does follow up with a kill, and somehow, some way, EG have made this one close.
Never say never.
Oh dear, Ethan deals with Taco, and he was the only man with any HP. KNG needs to deliver another big clutch, and Breezy is just mulling about over towards long. EG still that round away. They carry the AWP forward as well. That's going to get itself into Cirque's hands. They wouldn't have had one in this round had they not been able to find KNG. No money now over on the MIBR side, and that's a pretty rough spot to be in. Taco having a very, very rough game right now. You know, he went from being a real hero back on Vertigo to some pretty trying times here on Dust2, and that's sometimes just the life of a B-side player, but 1-9, not where you want to find yourself, not from someone who's been instrumental for MIBR. Fast long play once again, and these Galils doing work. Tarek gonna mop up both of these players thanks to that flash from Breezy. And yeah, this one should just go comfortably in favor of EG.
I mean, we've seen Eco spiral out of control. I don't like assuming anymore, but I think this one's a pretty safe one, especially with those kills. Cirque dropping Fur and Taco again. Life of a B player, man. 1-9. EG have not gone B, really, for almost every round. So Taco's just left on these awkward rotations, and Breezy is ready for it. EG 8 rounds on the T side. Putting up a really, really nice half for us. But do remember, they went 10-5 up in the first half of Vertigo. That map still fell the way of MIBR as they pulled the comeback in the second half. So EG can't afford to feel too comfortable despite the lead. Again, the double AWP that's been doing everything and more for MIBR. It's out, it's about, and the bomb's heading towards B. Not a commitment though, just off of spawn. Cirque gonna look for a fight here with the AWP.
Whoa. Just a pixel almost away from landing a shot, and now Fallen. He's gonna be pushed up on catwalk. Bree's gonna get some wind of this, hear them retreating.
He's in a great position. Fallen's going to hit. He's going to commit to his player on the site, but Breezy still, just his presence is so annoying here, and they have to deal with it as a commitment is coming on behind the aggress position. MIBR flashed off. Breezy gets that kill. Fallen, he will get peeked from the site if he doesn't fire off sooner rather than later, and Breezy's done it. He's dropped the second man, and he's dropped into CT spawn, where Fur does at least find him, but still MIBR are left with long rotations to make. Taco on long gets caught by Cirque's AWP, and EG is just one step ahead of this. A fast cat play from Breezy has worked wonders. They heard Fallen drop CT, and since that point, it's been an EG round.
Yeah, MIBR looking lost in the sauce. And that's ultimately what leaves Evil Geniuses up to a 9th round. Well on their way to securing this map, pushing us to the 3rd of Inferno. They say don't count your chicks until the eggs hatch or something like that, so...
Oh, they even remove trying to save. That is just devastating. This has set EG up very, very nicely for a 10-5 half. K&G, he's delivered his fair share of heroics, but he really does have to go one step further in this round if MIBR want to have a chance. And yeah, he's already won 2 1vx's thus far, man. He's got to keep on going. He's got to keep that up if they want a chance at a 6-9 scoreline, which, being real at this point in time, doesn't feel very likely. No money, EG looking like they woke up in the server. You know, the usual suspects coming alive and the rest of the cast now arriving behind them. It's a scary time. There's almost the collateral there, and all
there it
the
is.
damage done to both players, fallen on 2 points of health. Has retrieved the AWP at a very, very least, but that's not really much to look forward to. Ethan deals with Fur, trying to go aggressive. Taco now maybe going to have his time of limelight over here in the tunnels. But Breezy's waiting.
Just falling apart in this round. I'm outstanding at the double peak from MIBR. I'd love to know what is going through their minds trying to peak mid in the start of the round with 2 people. Cirque. Oh, very close, but yeah, no cigar. Bomb's going to head towards B. We've not seen Taco have to deal with any B plays this game, so now we're about to have I think the second B round for EG in this half, and Taco needs to be prepared. He needs to be ready. He's close on the angle. Breezy knows it, and he's going to go for the spray. Taco with 1. He has to get every kill here. No support, no rotations. He's on an island. Pistol out. He does it alone, but there's still more work to be done. Fallen holding on to middle. Both players on minus 10 HP, and the rotations are coming through. This mid player could stop Fallen in his tracks, but Stan goes to the tunnels. Oh dear, that leaves Tarek alone. And Fallen, he's so patient. He's so ready for this. Tarek, will he check the corner?
Or did he make noise when he fell right there and spawned? They're so low on the MIBR side. Fallen will not miss that shot. And neither will Taco. He's held it down from the closet, and that does take us into a break, a halftime break. A little bit of an intermission for you as we look towards this second half where MIBR need to get off hot to trot. We'll be right back.
Don't you know I'm a bad little mama? I got moves like Madonna. Don't tell me cause I move when I'm gonna. I'm not afraid to lose, I am a prima donna. Don't you see I'm a winner, I'm a queen. I cause no scene if you work with me. Don't stop me cause I fight when I wanna. I'm not afraid to lose, I am a prima donna.
Step out as a motivator. Let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouths. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking codes. What your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator. This is to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone. 'Cause I'm just like you. We are filled
And the crowd rejoices around Breeze. That's right, this man continues to put a tear in the server. Not just yesterday, but today as well. Opening kills 431 ADR. And my goodness, has this first half really not shaped out to be exactly what MIBR wanted on their CT side. Did look a little lost, but here we are with the second half and a real chance for them to jump back in the game just as we are. This second pistol, we've got Harry and Hugo, and Harry is ready to give you this entire pistol round in his best British accent.
In my best British accent.
The most proper, is posh the right word, or?
Posh, yeah. I mean, Hugo is like the posher one out of the two of us. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah,
the pasha one, yeah.
The pasha one.
Yeah, I got the biceps.
Ooh, GG Bedard still putting this one in favor of MIBR. That's an interesting decision. Hugo, let's. Do you want to British this up?
This is your pistol round, Harry.
My word.
You can do it in your own voice, don't worry.
Yeah.
You can do your British accent's pretty good.
I think the only way Harry's going to do a posh British accent is if Trace does a hard Southern Alabama accent in the next round.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
You know, suddenly when the shoe's on the other foot.
I'm ready. Let's go. Bring it on.
He's yeehawed his way this far, Harry.
I'm about to yeet my way into this round if you don't.
Well, let's see. I mean, MIBR, they've certainly got to do that here if they want to kickstart this second half in any real way. EG, set up with a man down in mid to keep an eye on this cross. And MIBR, they'll get up over towards the catwalk with 4 players in tow, leaving Taco over towards the B-bomb site. He's got double flashes. He can try and sell a fake from here. Alternatively, this might all be one big ruse over towards the A site. That bomb hasn't moved from mid. And so this utility going in with Taco still in the tunnels, this could be to try and get a man into CT, and indeed it is. KNG drops on down, does deal with Ethan. Cirque even gets tagged over at the B-bomb site, and now this mid to B is well and truly underway. KNG, a second kill in this round, and Taco doing a good job of denying this tunnels push. Has locked in the B site for MIBR. They're going to find the round, and they go 7-9 now.
Really good stuff there. Great setup, Hugo.
Yeah, that's so sick. You know, they make it look like everything. They make everything look like an A take with the long smoke coming through with a drop to CT. That's typically what your first player does when setting up for a cat take, just to cut off rotations. But KNG full CT. He does damage to one of the B doors players after killing a rotation on A, and then MIBR hit the tunnels. Taco, great patience. He doesn't commit. He doesn't have armor, and he has a utility. He throws a flashbang and just stalls it out while MIBR come in on the B split, and they will pick up the pistol. Well, they do exactly what they did back on Vertigo, which is, you know, in that case, a 10-5 comeback. This time a 9-6, but, you know, still of a similar story, a similar pattern. It would be pretty impressive if they could do it and find a 2-0. Considering EG have been a team that are famed for slow starts and fast finishes, you know, this would be quite the contrary, you know, strong starts and, well, no finishes. Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's still 9-7. It's still a force buy round for EG. You can imagine this one goes the way of MIBR, and they will trade their way up catwalk, getting the bomb back under their control. Harry for a second. And now Harry for a second.
But only for one.
And now a cat take here for MIBR. A minute on the clock. Stanislaw dropping fur on long. He's going to get the AK. That could open up an opportunity here.
It certainly could.
The retake is happening. Stan dropping another man on the site. Harry with a lot to say, and EG with a lot to do in this 2-on-2. Ethan up close. Oh, Taco looking the wrong way, but he gets away with a kill. 3 HP the difference. Just Stan now.
Oh, Taco trying to maneuver around this smoke, trying to be finicky. Stanislaw gonna spot the booty sticking out and does get rid of Taco. Smoke now down onto short, but Stan pushing up behind it. There's no time, surely, for this defuse. Even with the kill coming in, it wouldn't leave him with enough time. He's looking to try and maximize the damage. KNG's locked the round in. And MIBR, they get the conversion up on the board, 8-9, and there should be a 9th round on the horizon here. This is where we should see MIBR tie things up. At which point, this could very well still go the way of Vertigo, where MIBR, they come into this second half at quite the deficit, and then they manage to turn it around.
Yeah, right now just stacking up a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. These rounds are getting a little close, but you're right. They're going to be on par here in a second at 9-9, which overall is a good look, if you think about it.
Looking good yourself, Trace.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
This mid push from EG is saucy. 4 players. All 5 if you include Breezy that's doubling back towards the A site on that catwalk. caring about a long control. MIBR, they're waiting for a flash in. They've got 2 players anti as it's cleared out by the Krieg. A contact play here is good. They're not throwing the smokes, and the reason that's good is because EG are just going to stay in mid, stay in catwalk, and not know that this is happening until it's too little, too late.
Oh, KNG and Fur, yeah, they've got this round dead to rights. Any chance that EG had to do damage is out the window. Cirque likely going to look to try and hold on to that AK, but MIBR, they know his intentions. They know what this man is up to. He shrinks himself down to the size of a ball, and Taco kicks him around over on short side MIBR. They go 9-9. And now this buy comes in. We're going to get to see the AWP bought up immediately. That actually finds its way into Ethan's hands. An interesting point to note. Cirque going to be donning it alongside it. I imagine this is, I was going to say maybe based off of Spawn. But no, Ethan. They're going to look to take that over here towards the B-bomb site, perhaps. Actually going to try his hand at the mid. Pete does get by, sees players back in T-spawn, but nobody fighting it. Cirque flashed around in towards long, but they are already out. They are already deep. Is he going to be ready for this? Damage done either way through that smoke. Cirque's got to fall back off the angle. Tries to get into the bomb site. Not the most incredible of sprays of KNG, but he does get the kill, and that's what matters most here. For MIBR, they try and get across with no smokes down. A very ambitious push there from Maya, and we'll call it that, through lack of a better word. Bomb plant locked in at the very, very least for Fallen. KNG waiting back towards long with a Krieg. The bomb planted for him. Fallen's going to fall back out of the site as well, enjoying this man at long, leaving Taco with a lot of responsibility on his shoulders here.
Yeah, the molly is good, but they get ahead of it.
Yeah, they do. Taco with the peak off the rail into Tarek. Krieg's going to prove that it is a little bit more of a volatile weapon. And there you go. It's going to be what actually mops up the round. Breeze is going to hide out with his AWP that he has picked up, put on his back. He's going to head towards the B site. We're going to see MIBR up in this game, 10-9.
Once again, right, I think you got to tip your hat to Taco for having one hell of a recovery. He was 1-9 on the scoreboard at one point in time. Still, you know, like bottom of the squad, but 8-13 and really starting to find his footing now. Coming into this second half, that is perfect timing for Taco. It's Taco time for MIBR.
Yeah, Harry, we're not going to talk about it.
I just, I roll right off the tongue. Tong. Roll right off the tongs and onto the what day is it? Tuesday? It is Friday. I don't know what day it is. I thought it was near Tuesday.
I like that though. Rolls off the tongs. That's a real Rickyism right there.
Yeah, it actually is. It rolls right off the tongs. And well, I mean, let's see, right? Wow. Boost out in the lower tunnels. EG trying to piece what's happening together in this round. Now, it's not exactly rocket appliances, but looks like MIBR is setting up for this B-side take.
Yeah, nobody in B currently for the Evil Geniuses. They've elected to watch this mid like a hawk. Breeze with the AWP saved last round. Or excuse me, with the scout now. He's passed that AWP over to Sir.
Oh, what this smoke has done is it's forced to rotate out of B, because that's a smoke you throw when you're sending your lower default players up catwalk towards A, and EG have sort of fallen for it. They still have players in middle, but they don't have a heavy setup. This long flank is coming through, and that's going to give them info ahead of time. They now know this should be a B play, almost guaranteed, but that rotate hasn't come through from Tarek. He's just waiting in the spawn. Here are the Molotovs. Ethan waiting in the site. Hiding behind the Xbox, smoking the door. He's out on his own right now. He's got to do everything and more. And MIBR just aren't getting close. Tarek has done something from CT. Stan as well, coming in with a D. What is going on? What is happening? MIBR are making progress in the site. They're just sitting in the tunnels and taking the fight.
Wow.
What? Breezy with 3, but you've got to say MIBR threw that one away. Of course, the flank is great from EG, and they get some nice kills, but MIBR, they just sat there. You can see Ethan wasn't even challenged, wasn't even pressured in the box. MIBR didn't try and plant. They didn't try and cross towards a site, and they just let Breezy continually re-peek while they scope up one by one. Look at how he picks his targets. Great shot from Breezy.
Yeah, the Ethan just holding on right there. You have to imagine the pucker factor was 100. He's just waiting it out. So good on him, not to get too antsy and peaky. He's able to transfer that information over. And that does give us a tie game there, doesn't it, Harry Russell?
Oh, Stan quick on the trigger and does get dealt with by Fallen at the very, very least, but Fallen goes in alone and flashes himself. Not one of his best maneuvers there.
That's what we call bad Fallen.
That's what we call flash tutorials by Pimp.
Pimp says, okay, guys, I got this really good trick for you all now. This is a flash for the... Oh, wait, I'm dead. Well...
Shout out Jacob Vinicky. Maybe he'll join us on the show sometime. That'd be a really nice treat. Meanwhile, Evil Genius is back in the server with 11 rounds. This is going to go back and forth, it appears. Now, you're going to notice at the top, that little dot right underneath the 10 for MIBR is going to signify that they did win Vertigo 16-14, albeit very close. What do you know? Not entirely sure if that one's true. Might want to look that one up, but I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Maybe that's for the best.
I mean, of all the Spanish I do know, that was certainly not that.
Well, Orp is posted towards the tunnels for Ethan. This time not hiding, he's looking for the fighting. But MIBR won't give him anything. KNG is holding extremely passive, and MIBR are setting up to take Catwalk as well. They can go for again a mid to B play. Here's a smoke that they used to fake in the previous round. It allows you to cross, make that jump. You see your legs are not seen from below. And so EG, if they were watching middle, which they're not, would have no idea, no info. Heavy on that A site setup. Breezy's tucked long. We have 2 on the site right now for EG.
Where will they go with this?
It's a mid to be fake. They're faking Catwalk, they're taking it, but unfortunately for them, no one knows from EG. EG is just playing for the bomb right now. They're just tucked into the sites. They don't want information. They are just saying, come to us, commit if you want MIBR, because we have a double B setup, and we don't care if you walk into it. And that's exactly where MIBR should be going, but I say that the bomb's actually out of here and joining the rest in middle, so maybe it's going to go for this mid play with the majority.
I love it. Love that smoke.
Yeah.
Look at that. Here is that mid play.
Yeah, no one from EG is allowed to even give this a look in. Now they got to hold these smokes, though. MIBR threw these in, and now they turn against them in this B hold. Wow. Luckily enough, Myern, he was the man over towards Car that in that anti-eco push at the B bomb site never really got to have much of a say. In this round, he really does. He entries in, opens up B, and there should be an 11-11 scoreline. I mean, EG, you don't ever really want to be retaking this site a man down, and especially considering they've got no utility. They're still going to throw a man against the problem, and he just becomes a part of it, because now only 2 weapons saved for EG.
Yeah, I just want to clarify where we have this little bit of lull. Seems to be some misconceptions. Now, Mayern is from Argentina, where they speak Spanish. The rest of MIBR are from Brazil, where they speak Portuguese.
Thanks, Trace.
Just wanted to get ahead of that one.
It's nice having a little geography lesson every now and then. Remind us of all the countries in the world.
And you guys are from England.
No.
And you speak England.
Wait, what? And what about you? You speak American?
Yes. Si, senor.
11-11 though, pause out and about for EG.
Yeah, for EG, man, this can't afford to be another game that they had in their grasp and it slips through their fingers. You know, they come into this second half looking hot. MIBR immediately put 4 up on the board and apply a healthy amount of pressure to EG. And it's one of these kind of same situations where as we're heading into the end of regulation, the money really starts to become a bit of a worrying prospect, and that's more so for this CT side. Now, they're fine in this round thanks to holding on to those weapons, and they've kind of been allowed to save a bit more money as a result. But it's a horrible feeling, especially when you're a team like EG, where you have this double AWP potential, where you've got 2 players that look sick with this gun. I mean, 3 really, like Tarek dons it as well. But we've seen Breezy starting to pick it up more and more ever since that game yesterday. I think he's enjoying himself with it. Oh, Cirque's waiting for this boost up.
Oh, the flash
is great. Circus to get off the angle.
They definitely saw him retreat as well, so they should be ready for an AWP up on Cat. Ethan, another AWP in middle. But the smoke is in. That's sometimes how it fails. You've got to be so specific when you line up that right click that glitches inside of the doors. I'm honestly surprised it's not patched, because really, like...
It's been there for so long.
Yeah, it is a bug, but, you know, whatever. Like, people have made the most of it. No one really complains. Anyone can use it. It's a nice way of, you know, setting up to get catwalk. I like it, to be honest. But, yeah, you can miss it very easily. So that happens for MIBR. But still safely crossing to catwalk. Ethan's gone inside of the B site, and Cirque is up on the catwalk. He's going to walk over Mayan with the AWP. Mayan's been a crucial factor on this T side to getting those opening kills, especially in the previous back on B. It's not B this time, though. MIBR walking into unknown waters. It's a heavy A-side setup with 3 players here from EG, and MIBR down a man. They need this long kill. They need to get Breezy out of the pit, but he's stalling, and he's being flashed out. Great timing with the spray. Oh dear, it's not perfect. How is he alive? He gets the kill. He's spraying away. He's shaking around, but Fallen is still here. Taku has at least got the entry on the A site, but the bomb is not going to be able to join him. Taco's gone. Fallen saving. Oh dear.
Oh my goodness. Okay, he does manage to get it. You know, you take all that time lining up the shot.
That was actually calculated. That was 400 IQ from Fallen because he wanted the $300 kill reward of the Deagle rather than the $100 kill reward of the AWP. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, that was a missed shot. But
you convinced us.
Yeah, hey,
yeah, I believe
maybe it's just the biggest brain play in the world.
Like, damn, Fallen is smart.
Yeah, dude, that's sick. $200? No way. No, surely not. You don't want to take that risk. Breezy, here's a respray.
Oh, that was pretty brutal to watch.
Shows how good the flash was, though. Fer doesn't even react, man. He's just like AFK. He's just sleeping at the wheel. Full white. And MIBR, do they speed at the pace? Do they run through this mid-smoke? I love the idea. They've got lots of players right down middle. They don't have the utility to play a long round here. They've got to make it quick.
Yeah, Tarek playing back here in CT, looks to try and cut this whole mid to B down. Wouldn't surprise me if we see some smoke antics from Tarek. He loves this kind of play, and here it is. Sprays down 2 before the trade comes in from Fallen. Ethan still back inside of the site, just homed in on the window. This is a death sentence for Maya, and if he tries to go in, and he does try, that's the operative word. Taco now creeping forward into the crosshair of Stanislaw. Fallen's already backed out, tries to save, but Breezy is in the back line. EG gonna take this 13-11, and now there's no money for MIBR. This should be them getting ahead even further.
Pack it up. Let's go to Inferno.
Wow, Trace, no belief?
I do believe, but also let's go to Inferno. Let's settle this like real men on Inferno.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, that is very apt for this series. It's been a close one. It's been back and forth. And MIBR, they pulled the comeback to this point, but they might have dropped the ball at the last couple of rounds here. Still got another bye coming up against 14, but this one is just going to be a fast eco up the catwalk. Taco, he hits his deep shot. There's a chance for a plant. Oh, it's messy. And Tarek is supported by Cirque. The Molotov on catwalk, rather, slows him down. They grab a Deeg. Cirque lets him get away. MIBR can look elsewhere in this round, but yeah, you're not expecting really anything, right? Fallen's holding for the long push. Breezy did do that in the previous to get on that B flank. But not here, not today. MIBR looking towards A.
Yeah, Breezy gonna try and take up position back down in the pit. Fallen does anticipate this. Is he able to deal with him? No. Breezy holding it down. KNG lands that CT drop and is presented with 1 kill, but that's it. Maya takes that bullet like a champ, but is it gonna be in vain? It looks like it. EG 14-11. MIBR, their chance for the comeback is here and now. And it won't carry on much longer. EG standing on this finish line, at least for the second map. All that's left to do is cross it. Oh, those are some great stats.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Mayan does look really, really good in these clutches a lot of the time. That's something that you got to give him a lot of credit for. And I think you know, that probably shows that a lot of these problems in terms of his performance as an individual come from just, you know, fitting into the team and figuring out exactly how to best utilize him. KNG tries to pick up the pace, and he's been a real hero for MIBR in this map. Him going down early, that is a huge scalp to find for EG. Cirque is in some danger. Taco's trying to close the distance here, but Cirque removes him from the catwalk. MIBR still trickling in towards this A bomb site, but now with the crossfire set up, Breezy in the back of the site wasn't here earlier on when Taco was pushing up, so they completely discount it, and Breezy should have just locked this whole round in almost single-handedly. Tarek delivers too, and EG, they reach map point.
When you try and abuse a spawn like that and take a long peek as a T, you often see, you know, when they commit to it fully, not taking a fight in the doors, just like double jumping out, bunny hopping, looking at the ground. You usually expect a chain of flashes to come over the top. MIBR don't throw that chain of flashes. Now, they don't have a lot of utility because the money was pretty whack, but we only see 1 or 2, and EG just aren't blinded. They aren't held back. There's no reason they're not going to win that fight. So, yeah, you know, if you're going to abuse that spawn, you should at least have the util behind it. But MIBR, I feel like they've run out of ideas on this T side somewhat, and EG have reacted really, really well. Tarek getting aggressive in this round does get traded as MIBR chase him down, but Ethan's still here in middle to stop any shenanigans from going on.
There's one thing you need to know in this moment. There will be a hashtag EPL mailbag review, as well as a hashtag EPL meme review. Those things that can happen, as long as you submit something that isn't garbo, then we can return to our regularly scheduled programming here at the ESL Pro League Season 11.
And the regularly scheduled play for MIBR is this A-side execute through catwalk. EG already posted up for it. They are ready. They are waiting. And MIBR, all that's left to do is try and run the gauntlet. Breezy looking to get in to this little simple spot. He gets himself up into the boost.
I think man was holding that to begin with, but he's just going to go for it now.
Yeah, with these catwalk smokes down, a lot of teams do just neglect to check that position, and it can counter it very, very well. As we saw, right, Tabson actually shut down Na'Vi, a kind of move that we see Simple do all the time, use against them. MIBR get the bomb down, and this should be a 12th round on the board. They're looking to take this one to overtime, but it's going to be a grind to get there for MIBR.
3 more after this one. That's, of course, assuming this one's locked in. Stan doesn't seem to agree. He wants to make it costly. He wants to make it expensive, but he will just lose the creek instead. Yeah, that's a weird one. I mean, you know, at this point, the thing about that, money doesn't really matter, right? You know, MIBR are buying until this game's over, regardless. And I guess you can take away the money. You can force them onto low economy rounds with limited utility, maybe Galils, but I would have liked to see the creed kept for EG. That being said, they got cash for days as well, so continuing to buy up on this CT side as they hold off MIBR and look for just 1 single round. They got 3 tries to do it. It's like going 3-0 in an overtime. That's what it feels like right now for EG. MIBR need to go flawless. EG need a single round, and then we're going to Inferno, the finisher of all good best-of-3 series. And boy, this has been a banger.
Oh, Ethan hears that flash go through mid, and he sees this as a challenge to his domain. KNG on the other side doesn't like to go through. Over on the catwalk, there is another AWP. That's Cirque lying in wait. Well, he's going to force him off the angle at the very, very least. MIBR looking to go back to this catwalk play. This is cool. This is a cool idea. So Cirque is going to get the attention, and when they see the AWP there, you're not going to expect Tarek in this usual AWP drop-down spot. Now, think about MIBR and what they've been doing over here towards the A-bomb site. Time and time again, they've dropped KNG into CT. And who's the man that he's killed a lot of the time from that? It's been Tarek or it's been Ethan. And so Tarek here is looking for some revenge. Cirque's going to bait them in, and if he gets a kill, that's fantastic. But even if he doesn't, if he's able to just fall back, that might do enough. Ooh, Speed Demon. Cirque's reeled them in, and now Tarek, he gets spotted. They check it. Cirque able to line up one. The nade's doing a lot of damage. MIBR, are they going to commit to this? They try and molly into the bomb site. This is chaos. This is a messy round. Luckily enough, Fur has helped out there by dealing with Breezy. Suddenly it falls to Cirque now to try and deal with the long play. 35 seconds, MIBR slowing to a halt. Stan pushing up through mid, gets spotted by Taco. Man advantage back in favor of MIBR.
They're going to go B. Great call. No, they actually fake it out. They drop for the death cam. They throw the smoke and they double back up catwalk. It hasn't done anything. Tarek is still here waiting behind the smoke, and he can save the day. He can win the game for EG. Damage done, but the long player does collapse onto him. It's Ethan alone with the AWP, and he might just want to save it for a rainy day, because right now, MIBR, 13 rounds, almost locked in. Bomb plan is found, and Ethan is out of here. Take it.
I was going to say, what an interesting idea there to double back to catwalk, right?
Yeah, I think the reason they did that is because, okay, yes, you kill one of the flanks, you kill one of the players coming in from behind, but Fur was also holding T-spawn all round long, and he kills Breezy, he pushes. Breezy wanted to push long to flank catwalk to join Stan, and once he gets denied, not only have you killed the top fragger, but you've killed another player on A. That only opens up the world of opportunity for MIBR. They know that no matter where they go, there's going to be one player per site. So you may as well hit the one that you have a two-pronged attack on, right? You have players in long, you have players in cat. It's better than doubling back to the unknown entity of the tunnels or mid. It's a safe option, and MIBR trade their way to success. 13 rounds, they're making it happen. 2 more till overtime.
Might be getting all 30 out of this one, Harry. Like a fresh squeezed orange. So acidic, citrusy, and full pulp.
Full pulp, man. You never go full pulp.
Never. Not one person has ever gone. Text it at us. Tweet it at us. Do you know anyone that drinks their orange juice with pulp? Now that is worthy of an EPL mailbag.
Is pulp the bits?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the bits. You know,
I like them, but they can sometimes be a bit much.
Yeah, you don't want
now,
too many.
You know what is delicious? Aloe vera water. That's
Aloe vera.
Yeah, that's some pulp I can get behind.
Aloe vera wang water.
Yeah, it's I don't know what you just said, but yeah, I like aloe vera
No,
water.
it was like it's a designer, man. Just forget it. Fine.
Sorry, we're not cool enough, Trace.
Trace, I don't wear designer clothes. It's hard enough to get me to wear
Crocs
clothes
on right now.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
Anyway.
you gotta look fresh. And MIBR, they know a thing or two about looking fresh. They've wisened up here in the second half, right in the latter stages, trying to claw us back to overtime. They've got 2 of the needed 4. Any Bon Jovi fans would know that puts them halfway there.
I mean, they've been making, you know, they've been hanging out at the chillest bomb sites with the freshest Brazilians, you know.
And what are they doing?
Wearing the coolest clothes with the chillest dudes. Y'all are pathetic.
Y'all. Well, here's a round for y'all. This is going to be the one that could put us into OT.
Well, there's 2 left for that.
True, but I'm thinking more in terms of
The money?
EG bouncing back after losing this one.
Yeah, I mean, if EG loses round, they're broke, right? Of course, that gives you a round to force and just play loose and get aggressive. But yeah, it would put MIBR in a position where they can get overtime and they would be favored. Ethan, little goblin corner, little crack, little angle. But he can't see anything as the smoke comes down and Molotov it off to delay the push from MIBR. They were setting up heavy in the tunnels. Now they're going to go back to mid. That's a safer decision right now. There's no one here for EG, and that's a miss smoke. That's not what you want from KNG. It was supposed to be towards a window. MIBR thrown it in the past to allow for these mid to be split, but no one's going to peek it anyway. They're looking for dry fights. They just need flashbangs.
Oh, Tarek flashed through the mid-smoke. Fallen turns back around to keep an eye on it. Ethan comes in with one in the meantime. This B-site hold needs to be everything. And it is. EG take it 16-13. 29 rounds, and they managed to get the job done. They go 1-1. This series is split right down the middle. We're heading to Inferno as our 3rd and final map, the deciding map to see who takes this series, and you do not want to miss it. It's going to be a bloodbath. Join us